Hello guys, and welcome to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at agriculture map, and this map can be found up at the farmingsimulator.com website in the mod hub. I believe it's under the beta section. There will be a link to this map in the description. Let me go ahead and start reading the description of the map. It says the agriculture map has been designed according to the landscape in southern Germany. Farmers find many ways to farm their fields. Besides the cow pasture and Hühnerstall, which is located directly at the main house, the sheep pasture and pig pens belong to the working areas of the cattle. Also in the forestry, there are some possibilities to work the wood for the sawmill. The map has a farm, pigsty, pasture, biogas plant, 2 warehouses, sawmill, village. There are traffic, pedestrians, and the chopped straw mod is embedded within the map. So if you want to take use of that, you need to activate chop straw in your mods listing. So let's go ahead and jump on in. I'm going to pick up our gator here and pull up the log. You can ignore these 3 warning messages. They relate to either a map or a mod that's not related to the map. Alright, so there we go. It loads up very fast. No errors. And here's where we start. We kind of start here in the middle. There's no house or anything here where we start. Let's take a look at the map itself. You see we have our standard crop types on this map. And let's take a look and see we own fields 17, 18, 19, 22, and 27. Looks like there is field 15 appears to be fully fertilized, but we don't own that field. And it looks like there are 29 total fields on this map. We have 2 main sell points for our crops. We also have a specific sell point for wood chips and wool. Manure. The BGA takes manure and slurry and silage. Looks like we've got a few pieces of equipment here with fairly high hours on them, so you may want to look at possibly swapping these out early on in the game, but the rest of the equipment is fairly new. Let's go ahead and take out a loan. I do not believe that this map is seasons prepared. That does not prevent you from using this map with seasons. It simply means that the map does not have a snow mask in place, and therefore you won't exhibit bale rotting with respect to the rain. Grass will still rot, but hay or straw bales will not rot. So we have our standard animals on this map. We have sheep, pigs, and cows. We don't start with anything, and there's nothing in the various feed troughs. And our silo has a storage capacity of 100,000 liters. So I also believe this map has nuggets. I believe when I was exploring this map the other day to get a feel for it, I was finding nuggets fairly easily. And just in my simple exploration, I found all 10 nuggets to expose the rest. Let's go ahead and look at the starting fleet. So we have 3 tractors that range in horsepower from 125 to 145. We start with our small Case IH harvester. Again, it's got 34 hours on it, so that's going to be a pretty bare $2,000 a day just in maintenance costs. There we've got our header for our grain. Again, it's got some fairly high hours on it. We've got a little Metaltech tipper and a little larger AgriLiner dolly tipper. Got the pretty standard cultivator plow and the small seeder, the wonderful barrel weight. Got a little front mower, pickup wagon, standard pickup truck, and some buildings as placeables that we could sell if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and lease up our gator. Now let's take a look and find the shop. Alright, the shop is up here by field 14. Let's hit reset and see where things go. Oh, what was that? Do you really want to? Yes, I want to reset. The vehicle could not be reset. No space near the shop. All right. Let's take a look and see if we can maybe find a bunch of equipment lined up. So let's go ahead and explore the main farm here. So right where we start, we have a large storage shed with the one of the tippers in it. Here we have a silage bunker for our cow area. You see the trigger where it extends out to. A little bit beyond the bunker itself. This is our silo dump point, and it appears that this is our bale sell point to sell hay, straw, and grass. We got some of our tractors are in here. These doors appear to operate. There we go. Looks like the map has the doors opening at the start of the map. Looks like we start out with some seed and fertilizer. So we have 2 pallets of seed, 2 pallets of fertilizer, and 1 pallet of liquid fertilizer. Fairly standard Farm Sim 17 cow area here. We've got the feed trough here, and a water trough here, and then the grass trough right here. See where we would buy or deliver our animals to. Looks like right here. Let's go ahead and buy some up. So there they are. Let's see, does this gate work? This gate does not operate. I'm guessing, another. This is rather interesting. This is the animal buy point right here. Who would have thought that this would have been the animal buy point, but it appears when I go there I can buy any of the 3 animal types. You've got your manure pit here. You got your slurry pit here, and this is an interesting add-on. We've got a little pump and a hose going down, and then the actual fill point here. What is this? This is the dump point for the silo. Well, if that's the dump point for the silo, then what is this? And what is this over here? There's a trigger there. There's also a trigger here, and there's the fill out trigger on that pipe. I'm wondering if this is for selling bulk or loose material. I'm wondering if that will sell loose material of grass, hay, and straw or not. All right, well, that's basically the main farm here. The chickens are across the street. Let's go ahead and I guess the chickens are down here at a lower level. There's our harvester and our plow down here, and our chickens are fenced in, well, somewhat fenced in. Looks like you're going to be trying to hunt eggs down in this tall grass. That is never a fun thing. Alright, so I see no reason why we wouldn't be able to reset our tractor. So it may be that the reset point is back at the main farm. Or it is back at the shop. And this is our farmhouse. And it looks like our truck is maybe over here somewhere. Yep. There's our pickup truck. This is an interesting arrangement. I could pull in a tractor or two there. Alright, let's go ahead and teleport over here to our gator. And let's go ahead and move him. And then see what happens when we hit reset. Alright, so we have moved him far enough out of the way. So let's hit reset on this guy. Alright, so it looks like the reset point is broken on this map. I would not advocate doing anything that would cause you to need to reset, because I don't think you're going to be able to. So we've got our shop and we've got our repair sell point here. Alright, so the trigger appears to be somewhere within this area. It's not marked on the map, but there you go. It's somewhere in that general vicinity. So let's go ahead and swing on out here and see if we can't look at field prices over here at field 14. Alright, so there are missions on this map. Field 14 is 3.1 hectares and it's $316,000. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the big map, and looks like there is some forestry areas scattered around the map, identified by obviously the bushy areas on the mini map. Let's go ahead and make our way down to the BGA. And I guess we'll just try to make a big old counterclockwise circle. Zoom out and see how well we can navigate the roads. I know people have commented that they prefer a view where they can see up above. So to the left here, this appears to be our sheep area. We'll explore that momentarily. Go ahead and duck on in here. The sheep appear to have a very large area that you could maybe get in and mow. We'll have to explore as if we have access into that gated area. I'm not seeing a fence that we could... well, I guess we could try to drive through these trees. There you go. You can just drive through here and mow that if you wanted to. This is where we will buy our sheep. Okay. I'm not seeing a marker for where our wool spawns. So I'm not really sure where the wool is going to spawn, and sadly the wool spawn point does not show up when you try to look for triggers. It would be interesting if the wool point would be here, but again, I don't see it marked, so I'm not really sure where the wool is going to spawn in at. We've got our water trough and our grass trough here. Really nothing keeping the sheep in other than their honesty. I might as well swing down here and check out the pig area. No, we'll get to that in a moment. Here is the town, I guess, the village that was in the description. And there is a fuel point up here. Looks like there also may be an egg sell point. You see one of the forest areas over here off to the left in front of me. So here we can fuel up our tractors or fill up our fuel tanker. And here we have a buy point for eggs. And we've got a couple other question marks over here. This may be where we sell our wool. Let's go ahead and see. This is our sell point for wool. I wonder what this one is. Wool pallets. Sell point for, yeah, that's what it said. Alright. So there appears to be some free grass around on the map. There's a field off here we'll get to in a moment that looks like we'll be able to mow. So it appears this is available to us to use. Here's one of the two sell points. Looks like we've got a fairly large area here that we could make use of. I wouldn't be cutting too many of those trees down over there. It looks like most of them are not the type that can be easily delimbed. So be careful that you only cut down the pine trees or the evergreens. There's another egg cell point. Got a scale here, and then we'll go over the tip trigger. We also have a storage shed over here, and this is really nice. I like this this loop and the guardrails and the lights. We've got a water fill trigger. Let's go ahead and look at this storage building. We have a storage building here. All right, I'm not seeing any I haven't seen any gold. I thought there was a lot of gold on this map, but that may be another map that I was looking at. Alright, let's make on our, whoa, what was that? It's like we hit something there. I just saw the gator like jump right there. There's something you see that red line there? I guess it's related to the road, maybe. As you can see, I am now well above the road. Now I'm back down on the road. Alright, let's make our way around to the BGA finally, like we said we were initially. I think that might be another large field of grass over here to our right. So here's our BGA. We've got our scales and our standard Silo King, Farm Sim Silo King. We've got the three-sided BGA bunkers. You cannot pull through these. You're going to have to back in or pull in and turn around. Looks like we've got two of those. Let's go ahead and check and see where our trigger ends up on the edge here. All right. Fairly lined up with the walls. Okay, and then our digestate tank is over here. Yep. All right. It looks like the field that's directly in front of us is very odd shaped. Those two fields there that are fields that we own. Looks like you may want to, if you like courseplay or hired help, you may be interested in merging those fields, just given their odd shape and their close proximity to each other. Alright, what do we got? We got a sell point down here. Let's go ahead and make our way on down to that. Some nice forest area to do some tree work. Again, a fair bit of grass here that you have free access to, so that's always a good thing for starting out with sheep and cows. We've got some storage sheds and a water tower again off here to the right to this cell point. We have eggs accepted here, and I'm guessing that the trigger to the dump point, there it is, right around the back. All right. Now let's make our way. Let's just check. Yep. Let's make our way down here to what looks like a empty farmyard down below field 22. Just looks like some storage sheds and a pad that you can use as kind of a secondary farmyard. And while we're here, let's check out and see. I guess field 7 might be the largest field on the map. Let's go ahead and check and see what its field price is compared to field 29. Field 7 is 4.29 hectares, $343,000. And field 9 is 4.14 hectares, $335,000. Now, so far, Richard Wright has been the landowner of all the land that we've looked at. Richard Wright. I'm just going to check a few more fields. Richard Wright. So it looks like Richard Wright owns all of these fields. Richard Wright. So what that means is it should be fairly easy to get good reputation with Mr. Richard Wright to lower the field prices on all of the fields to their lowest point with just running a few select missions. So that's fairly interesting. So I'm thinking that these are all of the placeables that are in our inventory at the start. Let's actually sell them all and see if they all disappear. There went one. There went another one. Let's sell that one, and let's sell this one. So we no longer have any placeables in our inventory, and this whole place is now completely void. So if you wanted to, you could sell all of those buildings and now have a fairly nice area to put down some random placeables. The map doesn't necessarily have a lot of placeable area, maybe pre-laid out. There may be some extra space up there by the sawmill, and the pig area may have a little extra concrete spots. But this is now a very nice area to put down some placeable industries or other structures that you might want. Or you can just leave the buildings there and use it to hold equipment if you want. So the map is fairly flat, but there are some subtle rolling hills here and there. There's another large grass area. So here we have a small area with a shed. We're circling back around to the cows now. So let's move on around here. And I guess we'll make our way up to the sawmill and then circle back to the pig area. Overall, I think this is a very interesting map. I think it's got lots of potential. There's a fair chunk of free grass all over the place. A decent amount of trees. It would be nice, since I do play with seasons and I've come to basically to the realization that I'm not really interested in playing any map that doesn't have full season support, which means full snow mask. That I personally probably wouldn't play this map unless I went in and added a snow mask myself, or the map was edited and updated with a snow mask. So right here behind me, we've got another little storage pad with a building, and then here's our pig area. So we have our food trough on this side, a little storage shed for some equipment. We've got our water trough over here. Additional storage. Looks like this may be where we back up our pigs. Maybe? Or maybe this is a straw trigger. This might be the straw trigger to put straw in there. This is where we will buy our pigs. Okay. And we have the manure point and the slurry point. And the pigs themselves have this large structure to kind of go into and get a little bit of shade. So while on the map it looks like there's a fair bit of extra space, there really isn't a lot of extra space at the pig area. I mean, there's some space you could put down, let's say, a placeable silo or a food mixing station for the pigs. There's definitely space for that. The animals aren't too far apart from each other. Right there is the sheep directly at the top of the screen there. Then we've got our pigs, and then we've got our cows right there. So the only thing we need to do is go ahead and get up here and take a look at the sawmill. Which appears to be directly in front of us, so we just need to follow this road up to the sawmill. So let me know, guys, in the comments what you think of this map. Are you liking this map? Have you played it? It's been out on the Mod Hub since for about 10 days now. I think by the time this video airs, it will have been out on the Mod Hub probably for close to 3 weeks. Plenty of time for you all to have tried it out. Look, we've got another large grassy area here. Plenty of grass all over this map to exploit. So here's where we sell our wood chips. And here's our log sell point. Not too much here as far as stuff to look at. We've just got some basic buildings here to dump our logs and wood chips at. So there you go, guys. This is, again, the agriculture map. You can find it up at the farmingsimulator.com mod hub. It's basically in the in-game mod hub in the beta section. This map is currently released for PC and Mac only. So until next time, happy farming.